What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be covering some very handy to know jump spots in Call of Duty Warzone. Now, not all of these are technically jump spots. There's a few sort of different flanking routes and stuff like that involved here too, but most of these are jump spots, and all of these are going to come in handy. Whether you use them very often, that's probably not going to be the case because they're obviously pretty situational, but these can be the difference between winning and losing a game, and actually a few of these have pretty much saved me from a certain death. So, getting straight into it, the first one is up here at the dam, and to be honest, this could be probably the most important one in the whole video. Now, we all know that getting stuck at the bottom of dam is pretty much a death warrant because you can't really get up the top, and so if the circle is cutting you off and you need to get up to the ice area, sometimes you actually can't get around there. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually climb up the face of the dam, which a lot of people probably know by now. This is somewhat common knowledge, but a lot of people probably don't know this either. So if you climb up this building, there's a ladder here and on the other side as well. You will come to this little ledge here and you can actually climb up on top of that. Now, these rocks here, they look like they cut it off, but you can actually slightly walk around them. And then from here, you pretty much have free reign to run all the way up the dam. The rest of the dam faces, like this part, they do not allow you to climb up, but this one does. And once you get all the way to here, you can obviously climb onto this ledge and you have made it up the top of dam. Now, this is obviously very open. You can see all down here, they can see you, but it is definitely better than getting stuck down the bottom. Now, from here, there is just one more little jump, and that is to run to the end of this, and then you just need to pretty much mantle this rock here, and from here, you are up, and you can either head into these houses here, or there is the houses up on the hill to the left as well. And yeah, this is just a really handy one to know. In a late game situation, this could save you, and obviously, it is dangerous. There's going to be a lot of people looking at you from down the bottom, but like I said, it is better than being stuck down there. Now, the next one is actually another one to do with the dam, and this is on the other side of the dam. So pretty much the opposite situation of what I just mentioned. Maybe at the top of the dam here and the circle is pushing you down the bottom and you can't sort of get up anywhere to get there. This second little area here, this has logs that you can actually climb up over the top of here. And there is a little ledge that you can see that I'm shooting at here. You can run along that and get onto that little catwalk, and that will save you from almost certain death if the gas is coming. Now, all the way at the other end here, there is another one. I think it is the third from the end here. And this has a rock instead. This one is dangerous. I'm going to show you here. You can actually get stuck in this corner, and you can't get out the left way. So you need to get out the right side. It is pretty dangerous. Try and jump up it slowly. It is a little bit slippery. And then once you're up here, once again, there is that little sort of ledge thing. Jump down onto that, and you are on the catwalk. And from here, you got a pretty good line of sight on pretty much the whole map, to be honest. If there's people camping up there, you can take them out. And obviously, you can see the whole map down there. And then if you turn around, there is actually, you can jump down onto these parts if you need to. Obviously, once you are down there, though, that's the only thing, is that you have to stay down there, so just be careful of that. And then in this doorway, this is actually a little staircase up to the very top of the dam, so that can be another lifesaver. Dam is obviously a very bad place to be trapped, but that will help you guys out. Now, heading over to the airport, this little net here is actually a ladder, for those of you who don't know. A lot of people do know this one, as the that chopper is shooting at me. The ladder there can be a lifesaver if you didn't know that. It's an easy way to get inside here. And then if you run all the way through the airport to, I guess what you would say is the front of the airport, there's actually a little sort of hidden path here which you can get up onto the top where the parking, well, not the parking, but the little drive past area. You can actually get up here pretty much safely. It is obviously a little bit open, but it's a pretty stealthy way to get up there. So that is definitely another one that can come in very handy. Now, next up on these buildings over here that look like block from the original Modern Warfare, there's obviously a lot of people that camp these doorways, and it's pretty hard to get up the top here actually if there are people camping. Now, what you can do is to pretty much avoid that door rather than going through it. You can actually jump out the side here, and if anyone is camping that doorway, obviously you can sort of get behind them and take them out pretty easily. Now, the same thing goes the other way. If someone's in there and they're trying to break through, you can actually jump back onto that ledge and sort of get in there without them knowing, and yeah, if someone's in here, you can clearly take them out. Now, the same actually goes if you want to get below them. If maybe you've got dead silence on and your teammates are sort of holding that door, you can jump down below, and easy access to get behind them, and yeah, just get a nice little triple feed there and take them all out. Now, moving on to the gas station, and this is pretty much for any gas station around the map. There's obviously quite a lot, and most of them do have this little wall here, so a lot of the times there's going to be people sort of camping up here, and it's obviously pretty hard to climb this ladder here and not get taken out. If someone has gotten up here and looted it and maybe knew that you were coming, they're going to just prone here and pretty much just watch you come up there and shoot you. Now, what you can do is you can jump on this little wall here, and you are going to come up roughly the same way, but you can jump up onto there, and then instead of going straight up the ladder, you can kind of catch them off guard there and take them out pretty easily. So that is definitely another very handy one to know. Now, next up is this building here, which there's a few of these around the map too, and this is the one with the double doors up the top. There's a few things you can do here, and most of it is to do with the balconies. Now, you can jump down onto this little ledge here. Just know that if you do jump down here, you actually can't climb back up, at least not that I know of anyway. But something that I found on accident, I was actually trying to jump up there, and you can actually slide down this little gap here. It's almost like a James Bond little maneuver that you can get down here, and what you can do is get inside this little balcony, which has obviously got cover from the top. So let's just say there's an enemy team coming up the roof, and I don't know, maybe there's an airstrike on you or something like that, and the gas is closing in. You can actually get up here and have a fair bit of cover. So it's very risky being up here, but it is very nice to know as well. Now, another alternative to that is actually jumping off and then pulling your chute, and once again you can see there is a few balconies. They're on both sides of the building, and this one is actually a little bit better because it's got that wall, so you can kind of prone and have a bit of cover. And once again, if there's a team on the roof or someone caught in an airstrike or something like that, you do have cover from above. Once again, it is very risky to stay up here, but it is definitely very handy to know, and it could come in handy in a pinch. Now, next up is another pretty situational one, but it can be a lifesaver. And any building like this that has this sort of rooftop area, a lot of the times you can kind of get stuck up here with only one way off, and obviously you can jump off, but there might be people waiting down the bottom. What you can do is actually just jump behind this little, the little sort of doorway area, and they're not going to know where you are. They might come and jump out and sort of wonder where you are. And the same goes for the ones with the double doors here, and this is probably even better. Say you're on the minimap, you don't have Ghost. They're going to come up here, they're going to wonder where you are. They're going to check both sides, and then they're going to, you know, run around like idiots looking for you. And like I said, you can get up onto this little part here, hide around the back, and especially on this one with the ladder, you can actually watch the ladder too, which, again, you're obviously very in the open. It's pretty risky, but it is very handy to know. Now, lastly, and this one is easily the most situational, but down at this sort of, this downed plane over near military base, there is a few trees here, these ones on the 45-degree angle, that you can actually climb up, and most of them are out in the open. For example, this one, there is no cover, but this one in particular, it actually leads you up to this tree, and you can pretty much sit here, and no one is going to be able to see you. Now, if they're coming from directly that direction, obviously they might see you, but if you've got some sort of skins on that won't show you too much, then generally speaking, you'll be pretty fine up here. There are a few more that you can climb up as well. There is those two down there, and there's also a few back up towards this sort of, you know, the tail end of the plane. This one here, like, for example, there is no cover, so this is a very risky one to climb up. But maybe you want to get a line of sight on that building just up there. You know, there's a guy sniping or something. It's just good to know. And for example, maybe the circle is closed in and it's really, really small. If you get up here, maybe, you know, I don't know why, but maybe no one's going to look up. And this one over here actually has, sort of at the front of the plane, you can actually see into military base. And this one in particular, the very furthest one down the hill, you can actually see into that sort of, the big hangar at the military base. You can see these little windows here. So again, it's very, very situational, but this could be very handy. And like I said, maybe the circle is closing in on this area, and for some reason you climb up there and no one sees you, and you can actually win the game. So definitely very handy to know, but again, it is very situational. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below, and if you are new, then consider subscribing to the channel with those notifications on. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.